Hello. There have been a lot of new subscribers to this channel over the past couple of months. The video that I did on pronouns got a lot of attention and brought many new people into the conversation. I'm not able to keep up with all the comments because there are quite a few, but I do try to scan them and get a sense of how people are responding or receiving the content on the channel. And it seems like most people who comment are either appreciating the content, agreeing with it, or adding something to it. So adding their own story or their own suggestions. And those are great. And I'm so glad for the engagement on that level and just to have this be more of an open dialogue. There are some criticisms as well, and the critics tend to fall into two camps, which I guess is what we're seeing across the board culturally right now. Is very It's a very polarized time. So there are people who either think that I am not taking a strong enough stance. So for instance, in the pronoun conversation, the fact that I said that whether you respect someone else's pronoun request, if it's other than what you would typically think to use for that person, or if there's some ambiguity or confusion, that sometimes you might do that, that sometimes I would do that. I would respect certain opposite sex pronoun requests, etc. Some people think that that's giving in to the ideologues. And then other people think that it's outrageous that I ever wouldn't go along with someone's pronoun requests, or whatever aspect of this that I'm criticizing. Some people who are true believers in the social justice ideology criticize me, as you would expect. And so those two sides of the criticism are, this kind of comes back to why I named this channel the Radical Center, because it's not that there's anything radical about what I think I'm doing or saying, but in a time when opinions and politics and the culture is so polarized, trying to hold to a centrist position does feel somewhat ironically radical. And so it's just interesting to kind of see that continue to play out. The other thing that I do get some criticism for is not being flashy and more interesting, having, I guess, just being boring, which that's fine if you want a more interesting, flashy, edited video with higher tech production values. There are plenty of those out there to find. That's just not something I've ever really been interested in. I certainly never imagined myself having a YouTube channel with a bunch of people watching it. It is pretty surreal to me. But I'm not a big tech person. I'm not a big social media person, and I don't want to spend a lot of time editing these things. It's not about entertainment to me. This is not an entertainment channel. This is a conversation space, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. This started out as just an attempt to call out problems that were really concerning me with our education system and with counselor education in particular. And so many wonderful people have contacted me that it's turned into a series of conversations with others and interviews. And I have found them to be very educational. In fact, one of the great ironies and gifts that this process has delivered is that I left graduate school and have subsequently received a better and richer education from the people that have chosen to engage with me around the issues that I've been raising as concerns. I've been so fortunate to have a number of uh, counseling professionals, professors, educators, teachers, other graduate students, and just amazingly interesting people have these dialogues with me, and most of them I try to keep them around an hour long, but each one imparts some lesson and some perspective that I didn't have before. And the education that this process has afforded me, I am so grateful for. And I I hope that it's been enriching for others as well. I don't usually listen to them back again because I just don't want to become self-conscious. I don't want to think about too much about how I look or sound. And I tend to do that when I watch my own videos or listen to myself. So, but maybe at some point when I've wrapped up this project and it's all done and completed, I'll be able to go back and listen to all those conversations again, because there have been nuggets from each and every one that have carried forward for me. And and yeah, I'm just very grateful. I'm also grateful for the opportunity to do the live streams with the Solid Ground folks. Those are something I look forward to every week. And I one day I will figure out how to set up this channel so that it gives you a little notification that we're going to go live. Again, I'm super low tech, so I haven't even been able to figure that out yet. And I apologize, but we do a live stream every Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And we've been doing that since the first of this year, since January 2023, and plan to continue that indefinitely. So please join us for those if you are so inclined. And you can always catch them on the channel afterwards if you like. But thank you again to everyone who is going through this with us. And I always appreciate your support and your being here. And thank you.